Welcome to the Sewing Whisperer. This video covers the frustrating problems that can occur with your sewing machine when you're trying to sew. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Over my 30+ year career in the rag trade, I've taught hundreds of students how to sew, and I look forward to helping you on your sewing journey. We're going to look at all the problems that occur when you're trying to sew but your machine just doesn't behave itself. Problem number 1, the threads keep breaking. Check the thread you're using. Is it old and breaks easily when you pull it? Or could it have a build-up of dust? Quality of thread is important. Stick with 100% polyester and avoid 100% cotton. Cotton tends to tangle more easily. Also, check the needle's been inserted correctly and isn't blunt or have a burr on the end. You can check if it has a burr on the end by running your finger down the needle. If it's damaged with a burr, you'll feel it. When in doubt, replace the needle. If you have recently broken a needle, check that all the parts of the broken needle have been removed from around the bobbin shuttle and ensure it hasn't caused a burr on the needle hole in the throat plate or damaged the bobbin shuttle in any way. If the needle hole of the throat plate or the bobbin shuttle have been damaged, you'll need to have the machine serviced. My advice is don't sew over pins. Problem 2, skip stitches. Skip stitches are almost always caused by a problem with the needle, although a damaged needle hole in the throat plate can also cause skip stitches. Check out my previous video where I cover needle points and sizes in depth. To solve the problem, ensure you have the correct needle size and point for the fabric you're using. Always test on a scrap of the fabric before you start your project. Ensure you're using a universal point for woven fabrics and a ball point for knits. The heavier the fabric, the larger the needle point needed. Problem 3, the threads keep tangling when you first start sewing. When you first attempt to start sewing a seam, it's not uncommon for the machine to not move the fabric or the threads to tangle. To stop the threads tangling, ensure the thread is placed under and behind the foot, and you can also hold the threads for a couple of stitches. I always like to put the needle down into the fabric first. This also helps to stop the threads tangling. When the fabric bunches, this is caused by the teeth not being able to engage with the fabric. By starting about 5 mm or 1/4 of an inch into the fabric and slowly reverse a couple of stitches while holding the thread at the back. This can help that problem. Problem 4, the machine stitches up and down in the one place. This is caused again by the teeth not being able to grab onto the fabric. If you look at the throat plate, you can see there is quite a large area between the teeth. The most common place where this occurs is when you're sewing a pointed collar, when adding the edge stitch. The machine sews perfectly to the corner, but when you pivot and go to continue, it just sews up and down in one place. To avoid this problem, take a pin and place it into the corner behind the needle so you don't have to sew over the pin. Gently push the pin to the back as you sew, and that will help to move the fabric along. Some machines will sew up and down if the bobbin winder is engaged. Be sure to check and click it to the off position if this happens. Problem 5, the needle keeps coming unthreaded. This is caused because the take-up lever isn't at the top when you go to start sewing. The thread is pulled up by the take-up lever and pulls out of the needle. To stop this happening, always ensure the needle is at the top or the highest position and the take-up lever is at the top when you take your work out. And the needle won't unthread next time you use the machine. Most of the newer domestic machines today will automatically align the take-up lever to the top, so this shouldn't be a problem. Problem 6, knotting or loose stitching. When your stitching looks like this on the bottom, it's caused by a top tension problem. Generally, the problem is a build-up of dust or fluff in the top tension discs, or the threads bounced out of the tension. Pull the thread out of the tension discs and blow hard to remove any dust or fluff, or use a small brush to brush between the discs. Then ensure the thread is secured back into the discs before continuing to sew. Another cause of loose top tension could be the settings of the tension. Just check that the tension disc is at the correct setting. If the top stitches look loose or loopy, the problem will be the bobbin tension. Check your manual to see if the machine can use generic bobbins or needs brand specific. My FAF needs brand specific. Next, check that the bobbin has been wound with tension. It will look and feel quite loose if it hasn't. In that case, remove the thread and rewind the bobbin, making sure the thread's around the tension assembly for bobbin winding. Make sure the bobbin has been threaded and inserted correctly and turning the right way. And check your manual. Generally, it's anti-clockwise for drop-in bobbins and clockwise for front-load bobbins. Front-load bobbins can have the tension adjusted. The thread should support the bobbin, and if you give it a jiggle, it should drop and stop. If it doesn't, you need to adjust the tension. To do this, locate the screw on the side. Tighten it to the right if the bobbin doesn't stop, and loosen the screw to the left if it doesn't drop at all. This is called the drop and stop test. Problem 7. The machine struggles to sew and sounds like a rusty old truck. This is caused by lack of oil on the moving metal parts of the machine. You need to clean and oil the machine. Check out your manual instructions for this. To clean and oil the machine, remove the throat plate and dust around the teeth. You'll have quite a build-up of fluff in there. I remember one of our mechanics telling me he's seen the teeth snap in half on machines that have had such a build-up of dust and fluff. Also with the bobbin, use the brush to give the bobbin shuttle a thorough clean. Put a couple of drops of oil in the bobbin shuttle and any moving parts that you can see where metal is rubbing against metal. Wind the hand wheel back and forward to help the oil move around the parts. Replace the throat plate. You can also run the machine without thread to help the oil disperse around the moving parts. If this doesn't help, you'll need to have the machine serviced. These are the most common problems I've found students struggle with when first starting to sew. I hope you found this useful and have gained some knowledge from the video. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video, where I'll be showing you how to neaten seams if you don't have an overlocker and how to unpick seams safely.